Welcome to Besties and Bubbles.
Can't do that again.
I forgot.
I thought I was going to do it. Then I remembered you, and I was like,
I forgot.
Go ahead, Kimmy.
Okay.
Have at it. It's yours to say.
Okay. Welcome to Besties and Bubbles, friends.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
Cheers.
It's podcast day.
Yes, we're enjoying our bubbles.
We are.
So, Kimberly.
Yes, Tracy.
Tell me your birth order. Are you firstborn? Like, tell me your family dynamic, because that's what we're going to discuss today.
So, like my family, like me and my brothers.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Clearly, I'm firstborn. And I have two younger brothers. Okay. One is 3 years younger than me, and the other one is 10 years younger than me.
Okay.
Yes. How about you?
And I have 3 older brothers, and then me, and then my younger sister.
Yes, you do.
And then in my family, my children.
Your children that you gave birth to.
Right. 2 boys, 2 girls. Girl, boy.
Yeah.
Girl,
boy.
And you
girl, boy.
have 3 boys.
And I have 3 boys.
Remember that? Wasn't there a show, My 3 Sons?
Yes, a very long time ago. You know what? It should probably come back.
It's probably on TV Land or something, wasn't it?
It probably is.
Why was it about My 3 Sons? Did he have a wife, or was he a non?
No, he did have a wife. And it was just like...
What was the show that didn't have a wife? People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that show?
It was like...
His wife died.
Yeah, like my cousin Eddie. No, not my cousin Eddie.
All right, somebody knows what it is.
Yeah, I know, because it was...
It was like...
It was the guy, it was the Hulk, and he had a housekeeper, and he was like
housekeeper,
Mr. Eddie.
And he had a son.
Yeah, he did.
But he didn't have a wife. And
You're
it was
right.
like...
Yeah, he was like...
In the beginning was like...
A widower.
But let me tell you about my best friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Oh my God.
All right.
Totally digress. Wow.
Anyway, so you were firstborn.
Yes, you were.
I was
5th, 3rd.
I was
4th.
I was 4th raised in my family.
Gotcha.
That is a true statement.
Okay.
So, do you know what firstborn characteristics are?
I have an idea. Like, I think I have an idea, but maybe
I'm busting out my college education.
Maybe
and a little ChatGPT.
You could share with us.
So a lot of firstborns are. I thought there were more firstborn presidents than there are. You looked that up and you said there's not that many.
Yeah, I think it was like 14 or 15 or something like that out of the 47.
Yeah,
that we have. So
because firstborns tend to be leaders. They tend to be more responsible because they've taken care of. Usually, they've taken care of younger children. You know,
true.
That kind of
that
thing.
Makes sense.
Very organized, rule followers.
Yes.
I don't know why so much that is. I can't think why firstborns would be more rule followers. Do you think it's because the parents are more strict?
Well, and I think it's because all you have are your parents, right? As you look at birth, like, okay, say you're the last born out of, let's just call it 6. Like, you're like,
we have 6 kids.
You're like, yeah, I've seen all you jokers before me. And no, I'm going to do things my way. I'm not doing it this way. But with your firstborn, all you have is your 2 parents.
Okay.
Right? And so it's kind of like...
And they're setting the rules. So,
yeah, they're setting the rules. You're making the rules, actually.
Yeah.
Or you're being handed the rules. And so you're actually then meant to follow the rules.
Okay. Well, they said they're rule followers.
So that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. Middle children tend to be... They can be somewhat overlooked.
Okay, yeah, fair.
They tend to be creative. I understand the overlook because they're middle, right? There's a younger child, right? We haven't got that yet, but right. So they're kind of like this, in between, unsure.
Right, and you could also look at, okay, because, quintessential is like first, middle, last.
Yes.
That would be 3, but obviously for larger families out there.
There's a couple middle children.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and even for those that have two kids, like oldest and a youngest,
They don't have a middle child.
they don't have a middle child, but I think there probably could be some interactings of middle in there.
It's not actually. It says it's not like scientific.
No,
but it's like these kids tend to, and I really think something we hit on a couple weeks ago when we were talking is like you're a different parent
you are.
to the children.
When you're like when they fall in the birth order,
Yes,
right? Because
you're a
with
different parent in this year than you are the next year, because now you've got two, and I've seen, I know this young mom that's got, three little kids. I mean, twins, and she's got kids hanging off her all the time, like she's like the mama monkey,
Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine.
Right. No. Or we probably haven't even, I mean, could you imagine them throwing multiples in there?
I know.
What if you have twins or triplets or
Right.
quads or
right
whatever? So
that'd be so interesting. I'd love to hear like how I do. We know a fair amount of twins, actually.
We
Children.
actually do.
Not so much adults, but like still kids.
No, we know people our age that have had twins.
Yes,
there are a fair amount of people we know that have twins.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
It'll be interesting to see how if both the twins that were firstborn have firstborn characteristics.
Yes.
Or is one a little bit more,
right. Or last.
Something.
Or,
yeah.
Oh,
we shall find out.
Okay.
TBD. Interesting.
Yeah.
TBD.
We're gonna like.
So middle children tend to be what did we say? So they tend to be they can look a little overlooked.
Okay.
They tend to be creative.
More creative.
Yeah.
I believe they also kind of tend to two things, right? They either kind of, I don't want to say cry out more, but kind of have that outreach for attention.
Seek for attention.
Yeah. Or become uber independent because they're like,
they're kind of in between.
Yeah, if no one's going to pay attention to me, I'm just going to do my own thing. Right?
Yes. And youngest usually are risk takers.
Yes.
And they tend to be a little bit crazy. You as a parent are a little less strict when they come along.
This is also very true.
So they tend to not be rule followers because they know they can just wear you down.
100%.
They do.
100%.
They do. Yeah.
I know. So growing up in my own family, like I shared, with myself, my brother, and then my youngest brother, we used to call my youngest brother Precious because Precious would get everything, and it's not anything that he specifically did, right? Because I'm sure myself and my brother Andrew did probably the same thing, and either got reprimanded or scolded or no, you can't do that. But Precious came along and they were different parents, to him than they were to us, and they were like, oh sure, go ahead.
So do you know who is Precious probably in my family?
Tell.
I'm sorry. I got spoiled. I was spoiled.
Now, why do you think that?
Well, I'll tell you why. My mom and dad had actually 5 boys before they had me.
That's a lot of boys.
Yes. So, I mean, 2 didn't survive. And, back in that day, that was very common.
Yes, but, unfortunately.
But, yes. But I was the first girl.
After 5 boys.
After 5 boys. My dad took a piece of plywood, spray painted it, and wrote on the front of it, "It's a girl."
Aww.
Finally.
That's so sweet.
And put it out in the front yard. Like before they had these stores.
I was going to say, he was probably the OG for doing it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it was like a hunk of plywood that like he probably had
it in the yard. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dusted it off and spray painted it.
That's
cute.
It's
not even a great handwriting, but it is. There's a picture of my baby book.
That's cute.
But then growing up, I think I grew up tough. I think I was treated differently because I was the first girl.
But you also had older brothers.
I know. It's kind of the best of both worlds, Kimmy.
Yeah.
I had like firstborn characteristics because I was treated differently. I think I'm uber independent. I think I'm organized. I think
Yeah.
I'm a, I am a rule follower. I know that shocks some people, but I really,
You think?
I, I do. I think I really am a rule follower. Anyway, Kimmy, that's a whole nother podcast. Apparently, Kimmy's eyes.
TBD.
But I was also super treated differently,
Okay.
which was a little bit.
So when you say you were treated differently, did you realize you were treated differently? Did you realize it kind of like in a moment situation, or did you realize it after the fact as you were an adult?
Oh no, I knew it, but I wasn't saying anything because it was good.
Okay.
My dad bought me a car when I was 16.
Okay.
My brothers,
Yeah.
we
They were
didn't buy
riding
them cars.
bicycles.
Yeah, they had to work and buy their own cars.
Yeah.
My dad literally got me a brand new car. I was the first one to go to like dances because we grew up in a very conservative Christian household. But by the time my parents had me, I had I had like presented them with like how this could be good for me,
Right. Right. And that's interesting because of you being a girl, right?
Yeah.
That just saying,
Yeah.
So
My mom let me date a guy that was a lot older than me. Like I remember there were rules with dating,
yeah,
but like somehow,
yeah,
you
you
know,
got to
I
do that.
I really did. I was also the first one to go to a 4-year university. My second brother, my Brett went to a trade school and Corey went to art school. And
Okay.
then I was the first one and my parents paid for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was definitely treated differently. And then I had my sister too. And I mean, she's probably watching this podcast going, hold on a minute. Maybe she will say she's spoiled, but I don't think mom and dad bought you a car. I don't,
Maybe
I,
there's something else.
it'll be interesting. Heather, hit me up. You tell me
Yeah, Heather.
if you think that you were spoiled, but I am telling you, I was spoiled.
Okay.
Because I think they really wanted a girl. And I think that's a big part of my personality is kind of like,
yeah,
I kind of tend to get what I want.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
I grew up that way. I got what I wanted.
Fair. I would say on my side,
You are so firstborn.
I am, but
You're literally the definition.
But I would also say not that I was spoiled.
Okay.
My parents always called me their diamond in the rough. And
why were you in the rough?
Well, because I not that I got in trouble, but I pushed boundaries. And that goes
Really?
Yes, but that's part of the independence in a firstborn also. Okay.
Yes. I know. My oldest got kicked out of the house.
Well, no, I didn't. I pushed boundaries not with my parents per se, but like I did it in such a fun and loving way that they couldn't get mad at me, right?
Okay.
And honestly, my parents, I will say this, they do adore me. Like they
do adore you.
My mom still calls me her baby girl. I'm 55 years old.
Your mom likes me too, though.
She does. But I'm just saying, like,
hi, Mom.
There's this connection that I have with my parents.
Yeah.
And I've
But
shared.
You think that brothers don't, but it's also maybe because of location. Like you see your parents a lot.
I do, but I also know this for fact that when I was born, my dad, because this is back in the day when dads were not allowed in the delivery room, right?
Yeah, right,
and
probably
so,
right.
But my dad also had he wore a suit and he had the cigars.
Aww.
But they didn't know what they were having.
Sure.
Right? Because again, back when we were born, we weren't
getting ultrasounds.
No. And so they said it was a girl, and he was uber excited because he was very fearful about having a boy and not knowing what to do with a boy. Okay. He felt very comfortable in having a girl. So it's interesting, right?
Is. Yeah.
And my parents have wonderful relationships with my brothers, and I actually do as well. It is interesting birth order, just saying like how you came into the world in your family and slightly determines or could potentially determine what kind of person you turn out to be.
Well, they said they said it's not science.
No,
but they said
so it's nurture versus nature.
Well, they said it's like it can determine your personality, your wants, your dislikes, your career, like what you go into. It's all because of when you came out.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of how you were treated when you came out, right? Your parents were more strict for that firstborn than they were for the babies.
For sure.
So did your youngest brother, did he get away with a lot?
Well, obviously we called him Precious.
I know, but that's just what you get.
But
they do say that's not nice to call names. It causes resentment.
He takes it all in stride now.
Okay, does he watch our podcast?
I think he does. And we're all Gen Xers. Well, my brother, my youngest brother's
let
right
us know
on the.
If you liked how your,
right
how
on
your
the cusp.
Older siblings were treating you.
You know what? I took care of my youngest brother, and he knows that.
Yeah.
And he knows. But I will say about with him, because we were so much older, 7 years and 10 years.
Yeah.
That was his closest siblings. And then we were away to college when he was growing up. So even though he was the youngest, a lot of what he went through with my parents was kind of as an only child because we weren't around as siblings. So that's kind of a uniqueness.
It is
because
it wasn't his whole life, but it turned into. So they say only children tend to be. They do tend to be independent.
Yeah.
They seem to be very self-entertained. They seem to be very good around adults.
That's exactly how my brother was.
Adults,
like they can have a conversation with an adult.
Yeah, like all the other kids playing, and that kid will be like sitting at the table with the adult.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, we know kids that are like that.
Yes, we do
as well.
Yes, we do.
So I do find it very fascinating, and I know your background in college leads you to dig in, and it's very fascinating.
And it's not across the board because there are definitely exceptions.
Just gonna say, what about when you come across someone that doesn't fit that?
There's a reason, because it's not science, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a reason why they don't fit into that. Like I will say, like my grandbabies, I can see, like Sophina is definitely her firstborn.
Yes.
Oh, that girl and her sass.
Yes.
And how she pushes things and
stuff.
But
do you also think it depends on the sex also? Potentially.
Yes, but my oldest brother, who's 10 years, Dale's 10 years older than me, and he was the firstborn. He's got a lot of firstborn characteristics.
Okay, fair.
And my parents, like I said, Dale wasn't obeying the rules. I don't think this is like secret. And they said, you're not obeying the rules and you have to leave the house.
Yeah.
Okay. They had that tough love with him, Yeah. I probably
didn't obey the
not
rules.
Obeying those rules, and I went away to college and they paid for it.
Yeah.
So because it was 10 years later, my parents were worn down.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, my oldest, not typical firstborn
characteristics. Yeah.
But
I think Owen has baby characteristics.
My youngest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think he does.
And I actually think Benny has middle.
I would say. Yeah. But I would say,
which are good things.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I would say from the middle part with Ben, it's definitely more of that independence type role, right?
Yeah.
That he's embraced, which is awesome.
It is awesome. But also, you had 3 boys, so there was a lot of testosterone in that house. I mean, they had my own fraternity house at each other's throats.
100%.
There's no way it didn't happen.
Literally, there was wrestling matches in my house every night. There were holes in the wall. There were any type, you name it, a ball, baseball, football, any ball was in my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fine. I'm not even going to pick it up.
And it's funny now because you can walk in your house. It's like a museum. Everything has a place.
It does.
Yeah. You love it, don't you?
Yeah. But in the thick of it,
yeah,
it's not. But I would say that I think that even Owen, it's been 4 years that he has kind of been the solo kid in the house. So I think he's also grown in the fact that being around adults and listening to adult conversations is shaping him.
He does get that only child thing because it's been a minute since anybody's lived in the home.
Yeah. But he also grew up like your youngest grandson.
Yeah.
Grew up in chaos.
Yeah.
And
chaos.
But I mean that in the kindest way. It's just,
I think it's the best.
Growing up with people always around you and in your face and, something going on. And these are the kids that can fall asleep wherever.
Right.
Right? It doesn't matter if it's quiet. Like, they just, that's just what they do.
Yeah.
And then when all that leaves, they're very, very sad. But then they develop kind of into their own person. But yet when it all comes back, like at holidays and things like that, then they thrive.
Yeah.
So
it's funny. Nicole, my daughter's got also a degree very similar to mine, and we see this in our kids, and also we haven't even touched on like how certain kids act like their parents.
Yeah.
So
oh my gosh, you're just like your father.
Just like your father. Yeah. Whether it's looks or personality or even like a movement.
Yes.
I'm like, how does that happen? Tiger Woods and his son, the way that those two golf is, Charlie, that's crazy, right? Anyway, so Nicole and I the other day we're sitting there, and now Nicole and Tyler have two boys. Right. Obviously, one is the firstborn and one is the last born.
Right. Yeah.
There's no middle child, and there's not going to be a middle child because these are the only two. And it's so funny to watch them develop and how they learn and how different they are and how different they look. Yeah. And they act, and one acts just like one parent and the other one is just like, it's exciting to me because
you're the grandparent.
Yeah.
And so you can actually take that step back because we've had our children and we know how they are. And now you're experiencing it at the next level.
Right. But I talk to those children differently.
Yeah.
I let them have a little bit more different freedom with different children. Yeah. Because one takes more risk than other, and that's what birth order does. If you understand the characteristics of your child because of what order they were raised in, you know how to better communicate, you better parent them, because you kind of understand their perspective is different. Not all of your children have the same perspective. So it's kind of a good thing. If you have young children, look it up. Ask ChatGPT or get a book on it or something, because I honestly think it explains why your children are the way they are. And it's all positive stuff.
It is.
You just have to know how to handle it.
And also maybe to just pause and take note of like, why is my child maybe behaving a certain way or doing things that are different than the other child. Like, again, it's not science, but it'd be fun to just kind of take it in. And I mean, the things that they're saying, I would say let's just throw it out there, 90% of the population are probably true.
Kimmy, I would agree. But then again, I heard sometime that was our presidents, 90% of them were firstborn. And yours said no. Because that's obviously the highest leadership position, but if we included like CEOs and, is Elon Musk, like, is he firstborn?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
Or entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs, right? Leadership.
But those are risk takers, so maybe they're the youngest.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's just maybe more to follow on this.
It's a little
Or if our friends
it's a little juicy, but I'm almost out of perspective.
I know. But friends, we would love to hear from you.
Tell us about your children.
Tell us about your birth order.
Yes.
Your children's birth order. And maybe some interesting stories to share.
Yeah. To see if they line up or not.
Yeah.
We're doing our own little social experiment.
Yeah. This was just kind of a fun topic that we thought about, and, we wanted to share.
Absolutely. All right. So, well, you're fun. Cheers, baby.
Yeah. Cheers.
I'm out of Prosecco. Time to kill it.
Ciao.
Bye. Nothing left?
No. Look at it.
It's good. Love it.